Namo Narayan. Today we are beginning the knowledge that helps a common person understand the royal side of the life. In life, what are important for you? Happiness, beauty, love, respect, and luxury. Indeed, these are important things because these are necessity of our life. But they do not come suddenly. Behind all this, there is a divine system given in the scriptures. And this system is based on Dharma, Artha, Kaam, and Moksh. This is not just a knowledge made of few words. It is the essence of how to live life, which our ancestors gave us through the Vedas, our Puranas, and our Jyotish Shastra. And within this system, a gentle and a powerful energy works, which is your Venus planet. Venus is such a planet that creates love, beauty, comfort, wealth, social respect, happiness in marriage, and mental peace in our lives. And as well as the Trikons too. We have already made so many videos based on four Trikonas in astrology, in which we covered other planets too in these Trikonas. So you may watch them too. Go to our channel and watch them because these are the things where most of the astrologers sleep. We only focus today on 12 houses. But do you think only those 12 houses can give us the solutions of our big problems? Can only those 9 planets can give us the solution to our big problems? No, right? We have to move on. We have to go into depth. And indeed, everything in the astrology is so much important that if you know about it 1% too, then let me tell you, you can change your entire life. Such an fantastic science it is. And similarly, these four trikonas, these four triangles, is the art which is written by our divine energies, our lords, our gods, our respected sages. Because why am I saying this in art? Because all the 12 houses are hidden in these four trikons only. You may find all the 12 houses covered in these triangles. And that is why learning about them is the most important thing. Now, let me tell you more about these trikons because even if you haven't watched our previous video based on these topics or these four triangles, then still no worries because I'm going to explain you again. Now, as I told you, Dharam, Arth, Kaam, and Moksh. These are the names of these four triangles. First, the Dharam Trikon gives you spirituality, your life purpose, and when Venus is placed here, it is a spiritual purpose you have come up with. And if we talk about your Artha Trikon, so here this triangle gives you all the wealth, values, your beliefs, money, fame, name, everything you can see from this Artha Trikon. Talking about the Kaam Trikon, then here it is all about your purity of desires. And don't ever get confused by the names of these triangles because if you got into the meanings of the names, then you will get stuck on one single thing only. But let me tell you, every trikon itself is a biggest thing to handle. That is why this is very much important for you to understand. Now talking about the Moksh Trikon too, which is the last Trikon, but it is also a deepest triangle of astrology. Now this is all about peace of the soul, your salvation, liberation, your hidden or we can say inner spiritual path. Now there is a lot of difference. Some people get confused between Dharam and Moksh Trikon. They say that Dharam and Moksh, these two Trikons are actually the same. But see, these are not same. Both the Trikons and also the Artha and Kaam Trikon, these all are different from each other. Yes, in some cases we can say that there is a kind of similarity in these Trikons because Artha and Kaam Trikon can also act as the same thing. Why? Because money which is your Artha Trikon, and your Kaam, which is your desire. So, money is your desire. Money is our desire. Who doesn't desire of getting rich? So, there is a similarity between these trikons, but we cannot say that they are exactly the same. Similarly, in the case of Dharam and Moksh Trikon is all about your inner spiritual path, your inner spirituality. Whereas your Dhanam Trikon is all about your spiritual purpose of life, your religion, your everything which is needed for the outer spiritual world. So each and every trikon, each and every triangle is a different entity which can be similar in some cases but not exactly the same. So keep a difference in mind in your thinking, in your everything, if you are learning astrology too. So today I will explain to you step by step the real effect of Venus in Dharam, Arth, Kaam, and Moksh Trikon. So now let us begin to understand this life changing video of Venus starting from the Dharam Trikon. First, please understand this point very carefully. My team will also explain you step by step on the screen very preciously. You can see that what are the houses included in Dharma Trikon. These are first, fifth, and ninth houses. So these three houses are often misunderstood as only a story of right and wrong. But this is not true at all. This Trikon shows your existence, your intelligence, and your destiny. It tells us what is your real nature, what is the true direction of your life, what is the main purpose of your life, how is your connection with the God. All these things are seen from here. You must have heard this shloka many times, which is also found in the Sanatan Dharma, Sanatan Granth. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. If you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you. If you protect your true self and inner truth, Dharma also protects you. This is the main slogan of Sanatan Dharma. When this Dharam Trikon gets filled with your Venus planet, then softness, beauty, ethics, and love come naturally inside you. The decision you take come from love and your right thinking. And here Venus teaches you one simple lesson. Live with goodness and destiny will make the true path for you. Now let us also understand each house clearly because only predicting up on the basis of all these three houses is not just a cup of tea. We need to get in the depth of this. If suppose your Venus is in the first house, so here your personality itself becomes your power. Your way of speaking, your presence, your face, everything carries a natural elegance by itself. Because people will trust you just by your looks. Such an attraction you're carrying with you from the birth. You should be proud of that. Now, if your Venus is in the fifth house, so here what happens is your intelligence, your creativity, and love becomes very sweet. Your mind works more emotionally than logically, but this is what makes you special. Now, talking about ninth house, if your Venus is in the ninth house, so you receive foreign blessings, travel opportunities. grace of the gurus, your mentors, and repeated lucky chances. Wherever you go, destiny silently supports you. Now, let's also talk about your money perspective. Dharam Trikon is actually not about money, or the houses which are included in this are not money houses, but when Venus is placed here, so money attraction automatically comes. This is a cycle, or you can say a system. This happens because people like you, trust you, respect your values. And if your Venus is in the first house, so it gives money through your personality. Venus in the fifth house gives benefit through creativity, teaching, counseling, and stock market. Venus in the ninth house gives gains through foreign connections, higher education, and travel. So, if money ever gets blocked by chance, so the reason is not Venus's weakness. Means Venus, maybe in case if Venus is not at all weak in your birth chart, and you may start thinking that my money is now blocked, I'm not getting my income regularly, so it's the reason of my Venus planet. No, it's not always about Venus. It is that you become too soft. You are unable to say no. Your heart starts ruling over your mind in decisions. And still, remember this clearly, Venus in the Dharam Trikon never gives a dead end. Destiny may move slowly, but it will never be blind. Now, listen to one very important point. The Dharam Trikon is also the triangle of fire element, means energy that rises upwards like a fire. And whereas Venus belongs to the water element, means feelings, attraction, luxury, all these are the element of Venus. Like a water, it flows in your mind, in your body. So when fire and water combines, what they do, they create a feeling plus ego mix. This means emotions and pride work together, sometimes lifting you very high and sometimes hurting you deeply. In your life, one destined love will surely come that will deeply transform you. It could be a teacher, it could be your lover, your guru, or a mentor which will impact your heart so strongly that your life direction may completely change. Many times you will face a moral choice. Moral choice in the sense what is right versus what is easy. This is the true lesson of Venus. Protect your heart, but do not lose your direction. So, at the end of this, I want to share two very important precautions for you to note them down clearly. Do not let anyone misuse your sweetness. Being a nice person is really good and it's rarely found in this world, in this Kali Yuga. But when people cross limits, you must create clear boundaries. Otherwise, hindrances will arrive in your path, in your life. Wherever you will go doesn't matter. Second thing is that do not suppress your true feelings because of society's pressure. Venus in the Dhram Trikon gives you the right direction from your heart. If you ignore your true feelings because of others, then Venus actually gets hurt and destiny slows down. Let's also talk about Artha Trikon. Now, let me explain one very important thing. Earth here does not only mean money. Yes, it represents wealth, income, career, everything, but it also means life stability, taking responsibilities, creating a secure foundation for yourself and your life. So the scriptures say, Artho nasti prithviyam. This means without resources, capability, and earning, even dharma cannot survive. Whether It is your dharma, your love, or your moksha. Everything becomes possible only when your earth is strong. So, when this earth is blessed by the Venus planet, so you receive earning power, attraction, smart money making, and comfort together. You do not just earn money, you earn money with style and dignity. Now, also understand each house clearly. If suppose Venus is in the second house, so your voice itself creates money. People get attracted to you. Your speech is sweet, savings remain strong, and you gain from food related work or jewelry or your family business too. Now, if Venus is in the sixth house again, so your problem solving ability becomes your source of income. You get natural growth in fields like health, beauty, hospitality, counseling, HR, design, legal professions. These could be the fields which suits you the best. Now similarly if Venus is in the 10th house, so your career comes into the spotlight. Office politics may exist here but people cannot ignore your image. Your charm itself becomes your brand. And here Venus tells you one clear thing. You deserve money along with love. Now a very clear point. Money will surely come here. Only in the form of money is decided by the house. If money ever gets stuck, understand the reason behind your Saturn planet because Saturn may create delays, Mars may cause impulsive spending, and Rahu may cause increased desires and reduce peace in your mind. So, if any one of these planets are aspecting on your Venus planet, or maybe anyhow they are connecting with your Venus planet, then these chances can be there for sure. But in this case, if Venus is in the Artha Trikon, the flow of money never stops. Actually, you have hard work plus charm plus smart works, smart skills, which equals to steady and shiny success. You only need to recognize your own value. But where there is a blessing, there's also a small test. Always remember this. If I'm telling the good part of this, then there is also a negative part of every placement too. Means it is not very much negative for you in such a case, but it is a kind of examination for you. It is a test for you. Sometimes Venus gives too much comfort. Comfort in the sense, in sixth house, Venus does perfectionism. Perfectionism means that increases in your mind that yes, I need to be perfect in everything. Perfectionism increases basically, and small things cause irritation. Similarly, in the 10th house, jealousy and office competition can appear. And in the second house, Venus is placed. So, obviously, family expectations can become a burden. So, put all this one side and you on the another side and think about this. All these situations push you in one direction only, which is polish your skills and recognize your worth. After the age of 30, growth becomes faster, and after 36, you receive a settled and comfortable quality of life. Your way of speaking, the quality of your work, and your charm together take you to a respected and comfortable position. Now, note these two important precautions because these are necessary to protect your Venus in any case. Even if it is strong, then still there are other planets also affecting your Venus, maybe. So that is why you have to note these two important precautions. First is do not give your work for free. People may misuse your sweetness. What you do has a value. what you do has a respect. And secondly, never compromise discipline for comfort. If your routine gets disturbed, then money will start slipping out of your hand. Now let's understand the significance of Venus in Kaam Trikon too. Now, first, let me clear one thing. People often think it is only related to your physical pleasures or desire. But the scripture says, Kamasya jagatah karanam. Desire itself is the starting power of this world. In every video, I try to help you understand the deep and intense meaning of all the trikons. And this trikon also has a very deep connection with the others. What you want, whom you want it with, and how much you receive. All this is shown by the Kaam Trikon, means your third, seventh, and 11th house. Now, when Venus, which is the planet of your love, sweetness, attraction, relationships, energy, when this comes into this Trikon, your desire itself powers up and becomes your luck, your destiny. You start receiving the things you truly want from the heart. Now understand the real effect of Venus too in the each house of Kaam Trikon. Now let's say if Venus is in the third house. So what happens is that your speech carries love and creativity both at the same time, simultaneously, and communication here also becomes your strongest weapon. People naturally gets influenced by you. Whereas if we talk about Venus is in the seventh house. So in such a matter, married life becomes graceful, partnerships remain balanced, and public image becomes strong. You receive strong partner energy. Now, if Venus is in the 11th house, so it is kind of interesting. Why? Because friends and networks becomes your strength. Desires get fulfilled here and your audience supports you. In simple words, if I could summarize or say, love plus desire plus courage plus connection, which equals to your real life manifestation. So, Shukra, your Venus planet, tells you clearly getting what you want is possible. How you desire it, that matters. Now, about money. In Kaam Trikon, when Venus is placed, so it becomes the biggest magnet for wealth. Why? Because the world of earning runs on communication, relationships, and networks. And Venus is the main significator of all of these. In the third house, Venus does what? It creates money for you, which comes through media, writing, voice, or marketing. In seventh house, money comes through public dealing, business partnerships, contracts, support from the spouse, your partner, life partner. And in the 11th house, money comes through networks, social groups, and audience based gains. If money ever gets blocked, whether your Shukra is in 3rd, 7th, or 11th house, the reason are usually excess desires, over pleasing, or emotional spending. But one thing is guaranteed for sure, income may come late, but opportunities never stop. Cone itself is ruled by the air element and the Rajogun, which is the reason behind the movement, attraction, speed, everything. And because of this, sometimes over desire, over attachment, over expectations arise. And experiences like heartbreak, relationships, they broke, choosing the wrong partner for your life, betrayal in friendships, social jealousy, or gossips can also happen. But this is not a punishment for you, it is still a training. The real lesson of Venus is every connection must be value based, not only attraction based. When you understand and guide your desires wisely, then only life rewards you, right? So over the time, your network becomes strong, communication improves, influence increases, and at one stage, your connections themselves become your capital. So finally, note down two very important precautions for yourself, for your life to remember. No matter where your Venus is placed, no matter, even if your Venus is so much strong, then also other planets are affecting that, right? Maybe Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, Mars, and any other afflicted, debilitated planet can also affect your Venus. Anyhow. So, two very important precautions you have to note down. Do not take impulsive decisions under strong desire. Because Venus in the Kaam Trikon always says, I want it now. I want it instantly right now in front of my eyes. And in that hurry, wrong relationships or wrong investments can happen. So pause and think for a second. Secondly, do not give everyone entry in your personal space. You're naturally sweet, no doubt in that. So people get attracted to you easily. But not every connection is meant to last forever. Some people come only to take benefits and leave after that. So, keeping boundaries is the biggest protection of Venus in the Kaam Trikon. Let's move on to the last Trikon, which is your Moksh Trikon. So, in this, we have 4th, 8th, and 12th houses. And let me tell you one thing, these are not at all ordinary. These three houses can represent your mental peace, your inner depth, and the final wisdom of life. They teach us what real peace truly is, letting go, inner calm, or true silence. Now imagine when Venus comes here, the planet of love, comfort, luxury, beauty, relationships. Then what happens is that then life teaches you mainly through love and emotions. Your heart becomes soft, you feel deeply, and even God teaches you through love, sometimes through happiness and sometimes through betrayal. Now understand each house in simple words. If Venus is in the 4th house, your world is your home. Your heart seeks comfort, love, and peace. A beautiful house, a beautiful music, food, and a strong family bonding become your source of happiness. Now, if we talk about Venus in the 8th house, so here love becomes your biggest teacher of transformation. Love comes deeply, but along with it, sudden changes, shocks, and betrayals can also happen. Now, as far as your 12th house is concerned, means Venus is in your 12th house. So here love becomes private, silent, and hidden, sometimes long distance or secret. From outside, you look very calm and cool, but inside, you feel the most. In all three positions which we discussed right now, what was common? The common message you get is to not love blindly, love wisely. Now, let us also talk about your money and financial patterns. Please note this carefully. Moksha houses create money flow, not money storage. There's a difference between both of them. Money comes and money goes. If your mood is low, you shop. If love is strong, you spend. Slowly, money becomes a way to heal emotions. If Venus is connected with wealth, your income can be good, but the expenses also rise by the time. Hospital costs, travel, relationship support, foreign expenses, all these become a part of your life. And that is why I request you to keep financial control and boundaries behind all of this. Learn not only to let money flow, but also to hold it. Now, an important point, which is life events and emotional training. Now, this is also important for you to know. Why? Because people with this placement get emotionally attached very quickly. Giving your whole life to one relationship feels natural to you. But sometimes the same relationships bring secret affairs, misunderstandings, or heartbreaks that shake you from inside. One strong breakup or emotional shock almost always happens. But from that moment, you become wiser. Life teaches you one very important thing, guys. Do not lose yourself in love. Learn to live love with understanding and with sympathy. Slowly, you become emotionally intelligent, which is someone who does not want noise or chaos. But peace and real love is indeed needed here. Now, the most important knowledge, which is your precaution part. Please avoid these mistakes. I'm repeating it again and again. Do not make financial sacrifices in the name of love because your home and your stability must come first. Do not choose wrong comforts to escape loneliness, unnecessary chatting with someone, addictions, living in a fantasy world. This these all actions can weaken your Shukra, your Venus planet.